Hi, and welcome back to Rowdy Sports. This is Peach. Last day of the groups. I don't know what day it is. 17? Who cares? Last day of the group phase. Six last matches of the group. England versus Panama, Croatia versus Ghana, Colombia versus Portugal, DR Congo versus Uzbekistan, Argentina versus Jordan, and Austria versus Algeria. Let's get into it. We don't have a lot. The next games we don't. It's one game in the next day. Whatever, it doesn't matter. After that, let's talk about Panama for a second. I'm buying nobody on this team against England. The only way I see them getting a goal is if there's a real fuck up at the back and everybody dies and then Panama score. Kobe Manu is slated to start over Declan Rice. I'm not sure if that's an injury thing or if it's a yellow. I don't think did he get a yellow card? I don't remember him getting a yellow card. I could be riddle me crazy. He might have got a yellow card against Ghana. Yeah, Declan Rice got a yellow card versus Ghana, so they're probably not going to risk him for this game. And that means that some of the youngins or a youngin is going to get the start over him, and it looks like it's probably going to be Kobe Manu. Elliot Anderson playing alongside him, but it looks like Bukayo Saka will start. So we'll see a different dimension to this team. Now, Panama are a very aggressive team. So you have to imagine that Saka's going to probably get a limited amount of touches, and they're just going to be looking for him in passage of play, open play. I do think that he'll probably take a lot of the free kicks with Declan Rice not playing. Maybe Harry Kane takes free kicks and Saka's taking corners. I think that Saka will be really expensive in fantasy. Very expensive. I would bet more on Harry Kane to get shots on target in this game than anything else. I'm not predicting a big win. I'm actually predicting 1-0 for England. Just that they get it over the line. I think they get a goal and then they do nothing. And they stop the game for the entire game. Which is entirely probable. It'd be very English, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think that Saka and Kane link up for a goal. I'm not sure who scores it, but I'd imagine it's going to be Kane. Moving on, Ghana versus Croatia. And I think this is going to be kind of a brutal game here. Because Ghana need a win, and so do Croatia. Man, Croatia has been hot and cold. I want to say that Perisic is the player that you want to be buying in this, but at the same pace, Croatia have not been scoring a lot. I think that you'd be better suited buying Antoine Semenyo. I made that mistake twice now, and I'm not apologizing for it. Antoine Semenyo or Inaki Williams, even though his brother plays in Spain, and they're literal brothers, but yet they're playing in different countries. I get it, you can pick a different country, but I think if a family member is playing on another country, I think that's kind of weird, right? Their family. Whatever. He's choosing to represent Ghana. I think they're probably most slated in my mind to get either shots on goal or goals. What am I predicting for this game? I'm going to predict a 1-1 draw, and it's going to be really, really slow. It's going to be a tough game to watch. A lot of fouls. Maybe 4 yellow cards. All right, moving on. Colombia versus Portugal, and I think this is going to be a fucking gun show. 2-2 is what I'm predicting for this game. The players that I'm looking at are... Luis Suarez might not start for Colombia. I'm predicting a Portugal 2-1. If Luis Suarez doesn't start for... He's been so garbage in this tournament. I don't know why I'm fucking even bringing him up. Luis Diaz has been a monster, though. But you can't really depend on one person. I say that, but Portugal depends on Cristiano Ronaldo. But realistically, their whole team is just stacked up from left to right. I think that I don't want João Felix to start. I want Rafa Leao to start over João Felix. I don't rate the kid. I think he's selfish, and I think he's bad at shooting. And I think that the comparison to him and Ronaldo when he moved to Atletico Madrid, I think that might have been the worst move maybe one of the worst career moves in. God, what a flop, dude. I don't like the kid. I don't rate him. He'll probably score now that I've talked shit. We bet on Ronaldo. We bet on Ronaldo. We bet on Ronaldo. If it's a 0.5 goal over-under, we're betting the fucking over that he's getting a goal. Colombia has looked mid, dude. I don't care what anybody has fucking said. Luis Suarez, Luis Diaz, what the fuck ever. Ronaldo's scoring. Oh, actually, Munoz is probably the player that I pick in Colombia the most. I think he's been like the best player in their team for sure. He's been outstanding. And he's been pretty expensive in defense for fantasy. But I would bet, I'd bet on him in fantasy if you have the money. But otherwise, he's been their best player. It's hard to pick anything. All right, moving on to DR Congo versus Uzbekistan. And Congo need this win. If they win this, they go into that third place contention where they could probably move on, right? Oh, they'll move on. If they win this game, they'll move on. And Johan Wissa, we're lighting fires, bro. We're lighting fires. We're sending out smoke signals. Everyone is betting on Wissa tomorrow. Everyone. Bukambu and Wissa are who we're looking at. Doesn't matter if Uzbekistan play their fucking 7 at the back because they can't fucking do anything else. Idiots. We're betting on Wissa. He's getting a fucking goal or assist, and we're betting the over on that for sure. And we're putting him in fantasy lineups because he's so inexpensive. Every week, he's under 5K. You put him in your fantasy lineup. It was just like Elijah Just yesterday. You put this motherfucker in your fantasy lineup. He's so goddamn good. And he's playing against Uzbekistan, so you have to imagine that he's getting a goal. If Portugal can score 4, they can definitely score 2. You know what I mean? Because they're like half the team or whatever. Is that rude of me to say about DR Congo that they're half the team? It doesn't matter. Moving on. Jordan versus Argentina. Am I betting on a single Jordanian? Fuck no. Hell the fuck no. Am I betting on Messi not starting tomorrow? Yeah, I am betting on that. Am I still betting that Argentina will win? For sure. If Julian Alvarez starts, Nico Paz starts, Simeone starts, all these players are better than every member of that Jordanian team. I would bet I will take the over on Julian Alvarez getting a goal. At least a single goal. You know what I mean? If it's a 0.5, I'm betting on that. If Julian Alvarez isn't over, if Julian Alvarez is under 9K in fantasy, I'm snapping that in every single lineup for sure. And by every single lineup, I mean 3 lineups. All right. Algeria versus Austria. Algeria looked all right last game, right? I mean, they beat Jordan 2-1. They can take it to the Austrians, who beat Jordan 3-1. Oh. I don't think I predicted scores for the last 2 games. We'll get back to it. Arnautovic and... God, I hate the guy. He's such a fucking scumbag. I'm betting a 2-2 draw here. I'm betting a 2-2 draw. Riyad Mahrez with an assist. That's a crazy bet, though. Betting the over on an assist is such a hard one. I mean, it's just as hard as a goal, but I think a goal is way more predictable than an assist. But yeah, I'd bet the goal assist, you know what I mean? If they have the over-under on a 0.5 goal or assist, I'm betting the over on that for Riyad Mahrez. Arnautovic will score against the Algerians. He's such a racist piece of shit. He's such a racist piece of shit. He might even throw up a Hitler salute. He's such a bum. Yeah, I'm betting on a 2-2 draw here. I really don't. It's kind of a bummer. I'm probably going to be paying more attention to the Argentina game, even though Messi's not playing. I'm actually a fan of Julian Alvarez. I think he's really a talented player. DR Congo is going to win 2-0. Jordan versus Argentina. I'm going to bet that Argentina win 4-1, even without Messi. I think that Julian Alvarez is going to run riot on them. I'd bet the over on 1.5 shots on target for Julian Alvarez in this game. I wouldn't just bet the goals. I think that he's just going to be shooting like a monster in this game. I'm not going to make a bad joke. I was about to make a canceled level joke. All right. Well, yeah, that's a video. Remember to like, follow, and like, follow, and subscribe. Bet on Ronaldo. Bet on Alvarez. Bet on fucking Wissa. Bet on Kane. Yeah.